Good evening, good day, everyone. Todd here, joined once again by Moriarty. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing. It's interesting. We'll just
Mm-hmm.
we'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gimmick bag is back.
Woo!
I mean, I've missed this. I really have.
Me too.
We just did the math on it, and we haven't done an episode in a month.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't use any of that Scott Steiner math.
Well, I mean, if all podcasts are created equal.
uh,
Take your 33 and a third % chance. That is my 33 and a third % chance. And then take your 33 and a third % chance and minus the 25% chance you have of being better than us. Oh, God. Yeah. Scott Steiner is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really wish I had that clip like ready to go, like always. Just...
Yeah.
Oh,
be perfect.
I really like. One of the things I need to do at one point is get like a stream deck, so I can just get like have it set up with sound effects, so I can just hit the button and it plays the clip.
Yep,
that'd be terrific. I mean, we'd have just yep. Steiner math. He got a bicycle. Maybe basically it would be everything that Botchamania's played.
Yep.
Well, not everything. I mean,
yeah. I don't think that would fit all on one stream deck.
Oh no, it might, like, just their intro might. But there's just some of them where it's just like you have Hogan going, "I'm the right gay guy," because he misspoke.
Nice.
Booker T's flub when he told Hogan that he was coming for him.
Oh no! Oh no!
That
oh,
yeah
no.
Yeah that nope. So we've basically been completely unplugged.
Yes.
Or
motherfucker, are you kidding me? Okay, go on.
For like the last month. It's been interesting. I know I got into it on Pod Errors last night. I'm like, what I've been up to. And the thing is, it's like, what I've been up through the last 3 weeks. And now it's just like, yeah, what I've been up to the last 4 weeks. So not a whole lot of podcasting coming from the Precipice Podcast Network. Gimmick Bag, as I said, last May 24th was our last episode. It is now June 27th. Pod Errors went 3 weeks without an episode. Brothering Around is taking the summer off.
Oh.
So, yeah. So there's that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they did an episode, like I couldn't because I was having the PC issues. But they did an episode with like right after E3, and that was like their and that was their last episode for like the time being. Now the episode before that, they said, "Oh well, this is probably going to be the last episode you hear from us for like till after summer."
Right.
Because I mean, Wes and Marco are both family people. You know, they both have families. And I mean, Wes could use Fridays to kind of do his fatherly thing, you know, and such. So, and that's understandable. And then we got Marco.
Yep.
You know, that's another thing. I mean, I'm not going to hold that against them at all. And it's, you know, the way I look at it is I'm like a permanent guest on that show. So it's their call on it, and by all means, I mean, I'm glad to have a quote unquote lightened load when it comes down to it as well. So I went from Toddy 3 cast to Toddy 2 cast. So by the way, you guys can go to shop.spreadshirt.com spreadshirt.com/ToddEvf if you want to get the Toddy podcast shirts.
I need to get that one still.
It is available. So there is that. Or if you just want to go and get Precipice Podcast Network merch, or shop.spreadshirt.com/Precipice Podcast. Maybe some new designs coming up.
Ooh.
It's possible. So there is that. I mean, we have the new, like, we have the current looks up there. So with the teacup and the D10, I mean, for a Gimmick Bag, we got those up. Of course, there's the Pod Hour shirts that you guys can get as well, and all the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I want to bring to the shop. And here's the other thing, like, so my computer was basically out of commission for 2.5, 3 weeks.
Right.
After I get it fixed, then my network extender goes out.
Of course, because that's how it works.
Yep, that is exactly the way it works. So my phone is acting as a Wi-Fi dongle right now.
Dongle. I love that word. I'm such a child, I'm not even sorry.
So I have it set up where it's tethered to my computer, and it picks up the Wi-Fi that we have that I can't connect to otherwise. So there is that. But yeah, I've been recording a lot of cool, awesome, amazing content as well. I mean, that's all I can do.
Yay! Yeah.
Yeah, net instability makes doing live streams very awkward. But I get to play cool games like Thrill Kill, which I can't play on Twitch. So
why not?
Because it's one.
Is it against the terms of service?
It's on their prohibited list.
Oh.
Even though, well, okay, it is, but it isn't. Right. So Thrill Kill has a distinction of being the first game to get an adults only rating.
Oh, right.
Though it was they made some changes and they redid it, and it got an M rating. But then the game was never officially released.
Right.
So it defaults to the AO rating, technically. So yeah, I mean, that's the case on that. Virgin Interactive was the publisher. They got bought by EA back in 1998.
Right.
2 weeks before shipping Thrill Kill. 2 weeks.
Well then.
So pre-orders were sold. There was an ad campaign for it. There was I mean, I remember getting unofficial PlayStation magazine, and every month you would get, when you get the magazine, you would get a sticker for the lid of your PS1 that you put right over the disc drive, and they had a couple of Thrill Kill ones, and I clearly remember that. And I know I was super hyped about the game, and 2 weeks before the game shipped, it was EA purchased Virgin Interactive and goes, yeah, no. No. And like the argument was like, it's a fighting game. And they're like, no. This isn't a fighting game. This is a killing game. And it's like,
and
which 1998 EA, it's just like, well, we don't want to be associated with that kind of violence. Motherfuckers, now you're all about like Battlefield. So it's one of those things. But yeah, they, as opposed to like selling off the rights to that game, they were like, nobody should have the rights to this game. So like they vaulted it.
Jeez.
But apparently Paradox Development, or Paradox Entertainment, as they were also known.
Right. That was Peter Molyneux, right? Back in the day? No,
I don't think so. You're thinking Lion's Head.
It was something before Lion's Head though. I'm pretty sure it was Paradox because I don't know. Because I hear Paradox, I think Dungeon Keeper and Dungeon Keeper 2. I don't know if Mole knew how to hand in that, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I'm hallucinating. As I was mentioning to Todd before the podcast, it feels like I've been in a coma for like the last month and I don't know what the fuck has happened.
Yeah, so you got Paradox Interactive, and they're the fine folks that bought White Wolf from CCP.
Oh, okay.
And they do Stellaris, City Skylines, Europa Universalis, Crusader Kings, Hearts of Iron, so on and so forth.
Right.
So, and then there's Paradox Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Which is another company that no longer exists.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just like this really weird. It's funny because the name Paradox is just thrown around so much. But yeah, it's one of those situations. Let me see who did Dungeon Keeper.
I'd type, but I'm afraid my keyboard would pick that up over anything
fine.
else.
What was that was Bullfrog. Bullfrog Productions.
Hashtag fake gamer girl.
I mean, I don't remember it. Does that make me a fake gamer girl?
Yes.
Damn.
We're both faking for dude's attention. Because
I really should. Right? I really should start doing that though. And once I start doing shit like cross-dressing on stream, I'm definitely pulling that shit. You better know. You better believe it. Like, I'm going to make sure
I'll tip for that entertainment. Are you kidding me?
I bet I will make sure that cam is looking at my hairy cleavage. It is going to be terrific.
I will pay extra for it. I love it. I can only imagine. Oh, I'm just realizing how like bouncy the sound is in this room.
I don't notice it.
I guess because I notice reverb because here I am.
Fair. I mean, at the same time, and now this is, this isn't a dig at you, but
right.
It's also a larger space, and there's less stuff, and there's less stuff all over.
Right. Well, I mean, there's stuff places, but
it's not to the same degree.
Right.
It's not like there's a corner that's just boxes.
Right. Well, I mean, there kind of is, but
I mean, I have a corner of empty boxes.
Yeah, fair. Like, I think everyone has a corner of empty boxes, even though mine aren't empty, but yeah.
Well, they're not empty, and that's the thing. They're absorbing those sound waves.
Yeah. For those of you playing the home game, I just moved recently, and I am in a new streaming space. Huzzah. And if you hear any background noise, that would be Nubis.
Yep.
Say hi, Nubis.
Hi.
There you go. So I have a new permanent roommate. Go back to what you were doing. I love you. He has his headphones on. He can't really hear me.
I have a new permanent roommate. Go back to what you were doing. Go back to what you were doing. That was terrific.
There you go.
Okay, I didn't know you had one off yours. Anyways. So, new permanent roommate. You might hear him from time to time.
Yep.
Sorry if you do.
Say hello to iTunes, dear.
Hi, people listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's another reason why I went dark for a month, outside of needing to like take a hiatus in general.
Yeah, I mean, with everything that was going on, just in general, I know for in your case, you needed the time off. I know in my case, like, yesterday was like the first time I had recorded anything, podcast wise, and I was so fucking rusty at it.
Oh, yeah.
I had been off for 3 weeks. Like, it's just like, I'm so used to doing like at least 2 a week, and it's like,
yeah.
Oh well, now I can't do 2 a week. Like, for those playing the home game, my CPU cooler went out, and then two of my 4 sticks of RAM went out as well.
Rip.
Yup. Thankfully, it was the shitty RAM that came with the computer as opposed to the good RAM that I purchased afterwards. But yeah, no, I got a new CPU cooler, threw a couple more fans in the case. The thing is running a lot better than it has. So there is a good possibility that we may be getting cam back.
Sweet.
So that is something that the viewers on twitch.tv/Precipice Podcast or on YouTube by searching Precipice Podcast or Gimmick Bag can find, because let's be honest, until we get a vanity URL for that channel, there's no way, like,
just type in a lot of like random numbers and letters, maybe you'll find us.
You know what, I'm gonna give the legit URL. And
oh god.
you're going to yeah.
Oh boy.
This is why I just go, or just search us, because yeah, or you can catch us at https://www.youtube.com /channel capital U, capital C, capital M, capital Y 9 lowercase n, lowercase t, lowercase j, capital C, lowercase s, capital O, lowercase z, lowercase w 2, lowercase n, capital X, lowercase p 9, lowercase d 5, lowercase e, G, capital J, lowercase c, lowercase g. That is the URL, guys. So just search for us on YouTube.
You will not be disappointed. Okay, maybe a little bit, but still.
Yeah, but on that channel, on that YouTube channel, you have the Pod Hours playlist. You have the Brothering Around playlist, which is basically all I had to do was just take the playlist that Wes has set up in his channel and link it to mine. So it's right there on the front page. So it's Pod Hours, Brothering Around, and then Gimmick Bag. And then the pay-per-view reaction series, which has 3 episodes, but that was it. Because fuck that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good concept. It was nice to do while we could, but at the same time, it got exhausting.
Yeah.
Especially, like, all right, so we look at, like, Elimination Chamber, and Elimination Chamber was, like, 4 hours and 50 minutes. And you're like, oh, that isn't bad. And then TakeOver Philly was 3 hours and 35 minutes. That isn't bad. And then we had
all in the same weekend? There was, like, a couple in the same weekend.
Yeah, well, we had TakeOver Philly, and then we had Royal Rumble. And Royal Rumble was 6 hours and 3 minutes. And it was like, oh,
fuck no.
Please kill me. So, yeah. Yeah, so much wrestling. And I mean, we'll talk about, like, we've been out of the loop pretty much on wrestling too. So
yeah,
being part of being unplugged is one of those things. So, like, I didn't watch Money in the Bank. I didn't watch any of that. So there is that.
Yeah, I just kind of got my updates through Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, that's like through the YouTube channel as well. Like, is another thing. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's just been really weird and really interesting, to kind of look at things and be like, hey, we haven't done shit in a month.
Yeah.
What do, like, for you guys that know, that play the home game, you know that we don't come in with a game plan.
Nope.
I just go, okay, we're using this song today. Record song, fade down, and we go. But there's, like, a lot of wrestling that we've missed. There's a lot of everything that, like, we missed E3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk any E3 stuff, and I was like, all right, well, that's a thing. Like, I mean, did you watch any E3 stuff? Or?
I did watch a couple of like the showcases, like the Bethesda one, and
which makes me want to get a Amazon Echo so I can play
I know.
Skyrim, which is
the Alexa, the very special edition.
which is a legitimate thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It is.
It's kind of funny. My boss showed that to me at work like the other day because she knows I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I just decided to pop that on her phone, hand it to me, go here, and have me watch. It's like, okay, I've seen this live before, but I'm just gonna play along.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and giggle.
I mean, it was good. Yeah, that was the thing.
It was hilarious.
It was such a great time.
That also reminds me, I need to download the
Fallout Shelter.
Fuck, what is it? Yes, for the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, there's
because they brought it to the Switch.
Yeah, well, they also brought Fortnite to the Switch as well.
Right. Yes.
Which, by the way, if you own Fortnite, you link your well. I'll preface this with saying if you own it on anything but a PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
If you own it on anything but a PlayStation 4 and you download the game, you have the game on that other platform.
Yep.
Like, I have it on PC, and then Jess was just like, oh, well, I'm thinking about doing this on console. And I was just like, oh, well, let me download it because the Battle Royale's free, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did that, and I signed in with my Epic account, and it's just like, you have access to the whole game. I'm like, what?
Well then.
So that'll be the same thing with the Switch, though, too. So unless you linked your account with the PS4, because it locks your account down with the PS4. Because Sony's like, we want money.
Of course, because it's Sony.
But then Microsoft and Nintendo are putting big digs into Sony right now, because they're just like like Minecraft is now on the Switch, right?
Yep.
And they did an ad campaign together where it's a Nintendo commercial, and the first thing you see is a woman playing with an Xbox controller. And then, of course, they did their whole shit on Twitter, too. Where it's just like, hey, at Xbox, since Minecraft's crossplay, do you want to build something together? Xbox responds with, our bodies are ready. Let's build. Like, and then Minecraft responds, since you two are all buddy-buddy, maybe you guys can build this. And it's a picture of, like, a art, you know? And it's just like, oh, man, they're throwing so much shit at fucking Sony. It's terrific. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, the biggest thing I was excited about that came out, like, don't get me wrong, I watched the Bethesda. I watched all the conferences. Sony had a pretty decent conference. It was weirdly structured. It was pretty weird. Nintendo's Treehouse, as they call it, was basically like, here's some stuff. And it, like, at one point, like, Reggie goes, and now for a game that's highly anticipated and you guys can't stop talking about. And I think it was like something like Octopath Chronicles. And everybody, like, everybody on the internet's like, what? But then they spent, like, the rest of their show talking about Super Smash Brothers Ultimate or Infinity.
Oh my god, that went on for fucking ever. It got to the point where, like, you didn't want Smash Brothers anymore. Just, like, make it end, please. I can't do it anymore.
Yes and no. So, yes, I agree, but no, because at the same time, like, they're like, oh, by the way, every fighter that's ever been in a Smash Brothers game is in this game. And I'm like, what? I planned on just playing as Mr. Game & Watch. Now I can play as Snake? Snake! I mean, it looks interesting, and like Nintendo did a really good job, and there was a good point in the show where I said I really need a Switch now. It's not even like I want one. It's I need one.
You need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed off the Pokemon game. Like, what is it? Pikachu and you, or Eevee and you.
Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know. It connects with your Pokemon Go account.
Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Which now has a friends list.
Yes, it does.
So it's already a step above the Nintendo Switch. Zing. Nintendo, there's one thing that like I don't understand with you guys, and well, we're not bringing a virtual console to the Nintendo Switch. All right, that's kind of shit. But I can understand that. And then the other thing is, if you want to communicate with your friends, download the app on your phone to use voice chat. What? You wait, what? You want me to download something so I can communicate with other players?
Sure. Makes total sense.
What? Yeah, exactly. What sense does that make? It makes absolutely none. None. It's just, come on. Come on. Xbox, not Xbox. Nintendo. Nintendo, just fix your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things. Like, I will say that for like every company, it's a fix your shit situation. Bethesda. Okay, cool. You have this new Wolfenstein game coming out. You don't need to have the dev team basically just... I understand where they're coming from. I completely understand where the dev team comes from. But they basically were like, oh, well, we're going to put our political views into our presentation. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, just mention, like, these are the philosophies of the game. This is what the game's about. Here's a trailer. Give us money. It's not... We wanted to be able to go and allow you guys to punch more Nazis in the face because that's what Nazis need, to be punched in the face. And it's like, it's fucking Wolfenstein. What do you expect? Like, you don't need us to you don't need to drive that point home.
More Nazi face punching.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's, I mean, the dev team, like, no disrespect to them, they did what they did, and honestly, like, you don't need to mention that kind of stuff when you're presenting a game.
Yeah.
Especially because, do you plan on releasing this game in Germany? Do you plan on releasing it in Germany? And now the thing is, it's not the situation of like, oh, well, the Germans won't let it happen because of, you know, you're making fun of punching Nazis. No, they won't let it happen because it mentions Nazis. Like, the Wolfenstein game released in Germany, like the last, what was it, the New Order and Colossus, or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
What they had to do was, like, there's that moment in the game where you auditioning for a role in front of Hitler. And obviously they have to get rid of all, like, Nazi related imagery. So they got rid of his little mustache, which
my goodness.
Which, it's because of the cultural laws there and
stuff like that. I know.
So but they did that. They had to remove all the swastikas and stuff like that from the game and all the other stuff, which is fine. I understand that. But if your dev team wants to actually release a game there, and yes, this is affecting, like, this is set in a world where the Nazis took over. That's the thing. Change it up so, like, your game is accessible to those other markets.
Right.
EA, fix your shit. It took you 6 minutes to mention Battle Royale. 6 minutes into your entire presentation, you're just like, and this game's got a battle royale mode, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
You kind of save that, like.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, like, because it's all the rage, this game now will feature a battle royale mode, and you're like, thanks. I hope that trend dies.
Yeah.
Not because, like, I don't like the trend. Like, it's not my style of game, but I'm not gonna go and say it's not for everybody.
Right.
But when they've basically called out, like, this is why this is in the game, because it's the trend. I hope the trend dies before the game comes out, because then you'll look silly. Microsoft. Oh, my darling Microsoft. Microsoft, in total, I felt they had a good presentation. They did a good job doing what they did. They could have done without the some of the EA stuff that they showed off. Like they could have done without some of that. If at those points it made it feel like it dragged. But I'm calling out this specific point. Now, I was impressed as shit by this. And they're just like, we'd like to announce that this studio is now part of Microsoft. And we're like, oh, that's cool. And they go, and on top of that, we also have our new studio, The Initiative. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, and we also have acquired this company. And I'm like, wow, you guys are getting ambitious, aren't you? And they're like, so we've announced 3 studios we've either created or acquired. We've also acquired. And
I'm like, Jesus.
What? And they're like, and
Microsoft is eating everything.
Yeah. I mean, they have Compulsion Games now. The people that are doing We Happy Few.
Yep.
And they did, what, Contrast, I think it was?
Yes, I think so.
So they're part of Microsoft now. Like, that's
lovely.
That's a thing. Like, I'm thrilled for them. And like so there's one new studio, and then they acquired like 4 or 5 other studios, but it went on forever.
Oh god!
Like, I was just like, fucking really? Come on, guys! Like, show us more shit. But then they showed like the they're like, oh well, here's a game that nobody's ever seen that we're debuting, and Microsoft is good about that though. Microsoft is good about like, oh, well, we have a world exclusive or a world premiere, and we're going to make it a world premiere. We're not going to go in like a week beforehand go, oh, hey, by the way, guys, here we go. They showed Jump Force.
Okay.
So you're an anime person.
Yes.
Okay. As an anime person, you are familiar with Shonen Jump, right?
Yes.
Okay. This game is the culmination of 50 years of Shonen Jump. It is
dear God.
It is a fighting game
Oh.
with the characters that have appeared in Shonen Jump.
Oh boy.
So far they have showed off, of course, Dragon Ball, because that's a thing.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Not surprising.
Which, yeah, that's another one. Like, all right, that's cool. Naruto. And then at the end of the trailer, they tease Death Note. And I'm just like, I'm not an anime person by any stretch, and I'm just like, this is kind of interesting. But if they do go with like the 50 years of Shonen Jump, because it's the way they're billing it, there's like, this is a celebration of the 50 years of Shonen Jump. Okay, cool, awesome, that's great. I appreciate that. Tell me when Yugi's a playable character. Because he appeared in the pages of Shonen Jump numerous times. I want Joey Wheeler versus Goku. Make it happen. Kaiba versus Frieza. Make it happen. I don't know any of the characters from One Piece. Though we do need Minoru Suzuki's inspired character in that game.
Yes, we do.
From One Piece.
Yes.
Because that is a thing that needs to happen. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, that was like a huge thing. Like, Sony had, like, Sony's big thing was the Spider-Man game, which looks really good. and then The Last of Us 2, which looks really good. And then there was like some samurai game, which looks interesting. It's not enough to make me purchase a PS4. And I've actually kind of think that... Oh, and then they go, oh, by the way, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
So Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out on the Xbox One, and for the first time, it's going on the Xbox. Like, a Kingdom Hearts game is going to be on a Microsoft platform. Which I am excited about. And apparently Anubis is too.
I don't know what Anubis is going on about. No, don't tell me. Go
on. And then... So, we're just getting the... we are just getting Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox. Kingdom Hearts... Now, Sony is getting Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. We're getting a exclusive Kingdom Hearts 3 console.
I want it so bad.
Which apparently comes bundled with the Kingdom Hearts collection, which is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and Kingdom Hearts 3. It has every version of Kingdom Hearts. And if you have a PS4, you can get that game right now from the shop, from the PlayStation Store, for $100. And it includes, like, right now, like, if you were to go to the PlayStation Store right now, and get that, the Kingdom Hearts All-in-One, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think so.
At the time of purchase, you have access to 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 will be available when it releases in February, I think it is.
I think it's January
or February. It's one of those 2 months. It's an early part of the year, of next year.
Yeah.
But considering, like, this is what's mind-blowing for me, because the value of it, right? Kingdom Hearts 3 is retailing for $59.99. It's a $60 game.
Yep.
So you're saying for $100, you're giving me that game plus 3 other games. Which themselves are collections of other games. It's I can't even.
Yep.
Like, what is it? I'm doing the count on this. So 1.5 includes both the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix and Rechain of Memories. Okay, so you're getting 2 games there. Okay, so that's cool. Kingdom Hearts 2.5 includes Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix and Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Okay, so that's good. Oh wait, hey, no, I misread this. I had that one right. Yeah, so 2.5 includes Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and Recoded. Which tells Recoded. I don't know. I'm not even sure what Recoded is, to be honest.
Long awkward silence.
But then we have 2.8, which what is it? Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
Okay.
Like, which includes Dream Drop Distance, as well as 2 new pieces of content to the Kingdom Hearts series. First, Kingdom Hearts X back cover, which is a cinematic based on Kingdom Hearts X, which was a mobile game, I think. And then Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, an original game that takes place after the events of Dream Drop Distance. So you're getting what 6, 8, 9 games for $100, basically.
Sounds about right.
That's what, like, I would say, what, $11 a game. That is not bad.
That is not bad at all.
And you think about it, like, oh, I don't have a PlayStation 4. Let me go and get that PlayStation 4 Pro Kingdom Hearts bundle. So the console ends up being like $400 or something like that. But $100 of that is eaten right up by Kingdom Hearts. So you're just like, well, this is not bad. I don't know. I can't even. Like, why you do this? So yeah, 1.5 is Final Mix, Chain of Memories, and 358 over 2 days, which is the weirdest fucking title.
Yeah, it is the weirdest title.
Story takes place near the end of Kingdom Hearts, continuing parallel to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. The story is told from the perspective of Roxas.
Interesting.
Following his daily life within Organization 13 and his relationship with fellow organization member Axel. It also introduces a 14th member, Exoria, who becomes friends with the former two.
To be fair, I lost track after Kingdom Hearts 2. All this other stuff is just like, I kind of know, but not really.
358 over 2 days does not appear in playable form, and instead features the Nintendo DS game adapted into 2 hours and 50 minutes of cutscenes.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Cinematic retelling. So, I mean, arguably, like,
so it'd sort of be like playing which Devil May Cry game was it, where it was mainly cinematics?
So that one there is just you're watching a movie, you're getting the story, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm completely and totally fine with, like, oh hey, this is what we're doing, because there was way too much Kingdom Hearts, and most people, unless they've played the DS versions and all the other stuff, like Chain of Memories, like it's one of those games that, like, that was a card battle game that was released on the Game Boy Advance, and they did an updated version and they put it in the collection. And I mean, it's little things like that I don't understand.
Right.
So, but unless you've played these remixes, the 1.5, 2.5, or you've gone out and picked up every single Kingdom Hearts game, you're the only thing you know is Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But there's this whole other story. Like, what's the whole story? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't do this to me, Squeenix. But yeah, I mean, so that's a big hit. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I really am. But it's one of those games. It is absolutely one of those games that, to some people, stole the show.
Yep.
But it was shown on, like, what is it? It was shown during the Squeenix half-hour thing that they did. It was shown during the Xbox conference. It was shown during the Sony conference. And each one had a different trailer. That was the other thing. Like, the Squeenix trailer included the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. The Xbox trailer, I want to say, included Frozen.
Maybe.
And the Sony one. No, the Sony one went more in depth into the Frozen. But it also showed, like, all these other game worlds that you're going to be in. And it's like, really? Like, it's brilliant. Squeenix has a fucking hit on their hands. They know what they're doing, and they're gonna move some consoles.
Oh yeah.
Like it isn't even we're gonna move some games. We're gonna move some consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Because for somebody who doesn't have access to the Kingdom Hearts series, being able to have access to it is an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to do it than to have it all on one platform?
No kidding.
And when asked why the remixes aren't on the Microsoft consoles, the Microsoft console, it was just like, oh, we haven't thought about doing that yet. Motherfucker, really? You haven't thought about doing it? Please. Please, give me a reason that I don't need to buy a PS4.
Yeah.
Please. I mean, Sega's doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sega's releasing Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami on PC.
Mm-hmm. Yakuza 0 is available for pre-order on Steam right now for like $18.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking of getting it.
I think that one has the karaoke minigame too.
Oh god.
Yes. Oh. Yakuza's so good. Oh.
Well, it would be my first Yakuza game to play because I haven't been able to play the other ones because I don't have a console.
Yeah.
I'm just PC only. Well, not PC only. I have a Switch, but I don't have a way to stream from the Switch.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, I mean, the...
Hashtag send Mori and Elgato.
Hashtag we need things. Make it happen. Make it so.
Yeah. Hashtag make it so.
I should probably throw a Switch on my wish list.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Like I've been like the second. So when Sega announced like the first two, and Kiwami is a remake of the first Yakuza game.
Mm-hmm.
So chronologically, Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 1 are like chronologically the first two in the series, even though 0 was released way later on.
Right.
Considering those are coming to PC,
I
think they're using those as a litmus test to see how well it would sell on PC.
Before
They
go,
well, we'll release Kiwami 2 on PC, and we'll do 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And the weird zombie game that they had, which was in the Yakuza series because it's part of the side series thing.
Right.
I would play the shit out of those. They are so good. So good. And I'd always, like, for me, the biggest thing was the Yakuza games are a reason for me to get a PS4. They're coming to PC now. So I got rid of all the Yakuza games on my wish list. I got rid of the PS4 on my wish list. And I'm like, all right, we're good to go. And then it's just like Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, motherfucker. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I'm excited. E3 was a good show. I can't think of anything that was like super like, oh, this is uncomfortable, other than like the that one thing I mentioned from Bethesda.
Right.
Though you can play Skyrim now on your Amazon Echo. So
Alexa. It's Amazon Alexa.
Amazon
Echo is Google, I think. Or something.
It's the Amazon. No, Alexa's the name of the actual AI thing.
That's the thing that Amazon has. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Amazon Echo, yeah. Powered by Alexa.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know technology. All this newfangled stuff. Oh my god, stop typing, I will murder you. You are very noisy. Hashtag please don't send plays to Maury's house, everything's fine.
But I mean, I could do that, and I can play Skyrim on the Echo for free.
Oh my god. Okay, to be fair, I thought that this was a joke.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Alexa, open Skyrim.
Oh my god.
Use shout.
I thought it was entirely fake. I'm scared.
Think of it this way. It's like playing an old school text adventure.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like, honestly, this is the kind of Skyrim I would probably play.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, I'm that weird person that never played Skyrim.
I need to get back to Skyrim.
I mean, I have trouble getting into that world. That's my thing. Plus, I need to finish Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually probably right at that point where I go and say, "Hey, I should play Oblivion." I've been doing this since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Since 2000,
Can I have Oblivion?
Since 2007, I will take my Xbox 360 disc of Oblivion. I will put it in my Xbox. I will boot it up. I will load the save that I was playing last. Get completely lost. So I go, you know what? Let me restart from the beginning.
Wait, when the fuck did I get Morrowind? What? Sorry, go on.
I will then play through the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Go, okay, this isn't bad. I will
Mm-hmm.
leave the tutorial area, accidentally stumble into a high-level dungeon that locks the door behind it, and I go, well, fuck. Then I turn off the game, and 6 months later, I put it back in the drive, and I go, where was I last? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
fuck this. Let me start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the cycle with Oblivion since 2007.
Right.
That...
I haven't even, like, booted up Morrowind or Oblivion, like, ever. I should probably, like, do that, soon.
I really want to watch somebody stream this.
So I have the feeling, like, if I was to play Morrowind, I'd probably play it modded. But that's just me.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Even Oblivion, you gotta, unless you're playing a console, you have to play it modded.
Mm-hmm.
Even on console, like, you wish you could play it modded.
Right.
I want to see them do this treatment of Fallout.
Which treatment to Fallout?
Very special edition.
That'd be funny.
But they did announce Fallout 76.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fallout 76 was announced already, but they showed off what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Were you more or less excited by that?
I would say I was a little bit more excited, especially given, like, the multiplayer aspect. I'm not too terribly excited about the whole, like, nuking aspect. Being able to, like, you know, arm a warhead and, you know, explode it on something.
Fair.
Like, that, to me, that really didn't appeal to me at all, but the ability to actually play with somebody else in the Fallout universe does sound really interesting. And apparently the nukes are for the end game of Fallout 76. Thank you, Anubis.
You're welcome. They're specifically meant to create the end game content. They're for, like, level 50 plus. You nuke an area, it creates a temporary zone of high radiation and stronger enemies, like glowing death claws and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah. And it's designed for end game group content.
Thank you.
Yep.
Fair. Oh wow, that just
yeah.
I'm not gonna say, like, I wasn't, like, overly enthused by Fallout 76 to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Did it win you over a little bit?
A bit, yeah. I expected, like, a battle royale style.
Oh, thank God they didn't do a battle royale Fallout. Ugh. Nope. Nobody, nope.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those situations where I was very much the situation of, if it's going to be like Fallout 4, I'm gonna have issues.
Mm-hmm. Another settlement needs your help.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the biggest problem for me with Fallout 4. Like, yeah, the settlement building, you can kind of avoid most of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I wouldn't even say was an issue.
Right.
I didn't like the way that they handled perks and skills.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't really mind the perk tree so much in the new game. I thought it was never mind. I thought it was a lot better in Fallout 4 myself than it was in 3, but that's like a wildly massive, probably unpopular opinion.
Well, well, at the same time, like the people with the opinion that Fallout 4 system sucked.
Yeah.
Were people that came in with either previous knowledge of all the Fallout games,
Mm-hmm.
or they really got into New Vegas.
Mm-hmm. I still have yet to get into New Vegas personally.
New Vegas is good, though. Like I enjoy it.
I need to give it another go.
I've been putting a playthrough on hold for like the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Of Fallout. It was Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a meme run. Because it was the title of the run was Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf Run. So basically, I would pick my skills and stats based on the Rob Cantor song of the Ballad of Shia LaBeouf, where it's just,
oh my god,
and it's just like at one point he's a cannibal, and
Mm-hmm.
I've in all the Fallout games, I've never run a cannibal character.
Yeah, me either.
So for me, that's like a huge, like, oh my god, like I need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's been 2 years, and I put that run on hold, and it's just, I actually, so in all actuality, like I put it on hold because of my ex.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I don't think that's a good, this is not fun. And I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun doing this.
That's what matters.
Yeah. And then I put it on hold because I listen to people and so on and so forth. The next thing you know, like I'm sitting there going, well, I should have, maybe I could go back into that. And I'm like, oh wait, I have to reinstall both games and remod it. So yeah, it's one of those things. And I'm having too much fun now, just like messing around with emulation, where it's like, oh hey, I can play PS1 games. Oh hey, I can play Super Nintendo games or whatnot, and put them up on the Twitch channel and on the YouTubes and all the other stuff. So much fun. Like,
oh, I bet
you have, like, when you eventually get a capture card, like that is a thing. Like, I can see you having a lot. Well, you don't need, but the thing is, you don't need a capture card if you're doing emulation. Like,
right.
But if you had a capture card, I could see you having a lot of fun doing console content as well. Like, when are they releasing Stardew on the Switch?
They already have.
Oh,
I have it on the Switch. That's my second game. Big surprise, right?
Not really.
Exactly.
I mean, when I started watching your content, that's the game like I know you for, is Stardew Valley.
Stardew? Yeah, that's a game I really need to get back into.
Yeah, I remember, what was it? It was you and Anubis. Because there was no multiplayer, and you're each independently playing your own.
Oh, that's right.
Each independently playing your own Stardew at that point, and it's just like, no, I'm done fucking fishing. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And it's just hear Anubis, yeah, but you need to do the fishing so you can get this. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
This.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing the fishing.
I think it was me trying to catch a legendary fish. Yep. I just got so goddamn salty, and he just died laughing.
Yep. That is exactly... I want to say that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fucking great. It was terrific. Another thing, you kind of gotta do is Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
I mean, you now have help with Grand Theft Auto Online, so there's that.
Yes.
Because they're getting ready to release nightclubs.
Oh God.
Guess who's going to be getting themselves a fancy nightclub?
You.
Yup, I'm gonna get myself a little nightclub. It's probably not gonna be a fancy nightclub. It might
no, but not as like a sleazy nightclub either.
It might be a sleazy ass fuck nightclub.
Oh God, you should have Joey Ryan on a stripper pole in the middle.
Well, I'm gonna share exactly what I shared last night with them on Pod Errors when I was talking about basically the way my club's gonna work. So if I can have a strip club, I will have a strip club, and all of my dancers will basically be doing this.
Oh God. Fair enough. God, those are some fucking tall heels. Good Lord.
Yeah. They really don't dance. They just kind of like lean up against shit and eat pizza. That's what they do. Or they give you death glares. Arms crossed, death glares. Like, and you throw money at that. So, the thing.
I wish people threw money at me when I eat pizza.
Hey.
I'd be rich.
I mean, it's one of those situations. Like, I kind of wish that eating in public would garner me cash, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It really is. But honestly, like once you finally get past where you're stuck in GTA, and you can do the multiplayer aspect with people, you better believe that we are going to have some of the most fun and ridiculous times in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Fair enough.
I mean, I will put out the call and I'll be like, "Hey Jess, what are you doing? Want to hang out at my club and throw trash all over the place, so I have to pay a cleaner again."
Oh my God.
I invited Sanea's character up to my apartment. They well, and then from there they got really high, and then we went down to my garage, where they proceeded, like it instantly sobered them up. And they're like, "All right, well," and then they just sat there and they kept on drinking beer after beer and just dropping the bottles in my garage. I go, "All right, well, which car are we taking? Whichever one you stop in front of is what we're gonna take." Stops in front of my slam van. We get into that. We leave, and we're just driving. And next thing I know, it says, I think it was like something like $150 has been deducted from your account for your cleaner. And I'm
okay.
And I'm like, you dirtied my place, and I had to pay money to have somebody take my stuff. But they do have a login bonus going on right now too.
Oh, nice.
So if you sign into Grand Theft Auto Online, this week you get put on a thing called the guest list. Next week, if you log in, you'll get 300K just for logging in. And then because you're on, and that's part of like the being on the guest list thing. And they'll be running specific guest list like login stuff. It sounds like going forward. So, and they said anywhere between 100 and 350K bonus for logging in that week on a given week. And I'm like, free money? Yes, give me those mad ducats. But yeah, I mean, a lot of fun. And I mean, you just moved into spot.
Yep.
Got everything set up mostly.
Mostly.
It's a process.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, I can't be prouder of you
Thank you.
For being an adult. And doing it with somebody you care about as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're a better person than me, in that sense.
Eh.
Because I mean, I'll be honest. The last relationship I tried several times and it always fell through. So you were able to pull it off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And, best of luck.
Thank you.
And I mean, I know it's just going to make things easier going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's that. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Maybe we should talk some wrestling stuff.
A little bit.
So Ellsworth is back.
That I did not know.
Yeah. He cost Asuka her championship match.
Oh, bastard!
At Money in the Bank.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
He came out in wearing her coat and her mask.
Oh no.
Next week on SmackDown, guess who has an intergender match?
Oh Jesus.
It's Asuka versus Ellsworth. They brought Ellsworth back so they can test the waters with intergender matches, so we can eventually hire Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
I could see it.
The WWE official Twitter account is now following the Young Bucks.
Interesting.
As well as Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm pretty sure that they've had eyes on them for quite a while now, despite like all the legal hoo-ha, fun stuff.
But they've never been so open about it.
Right.
They've allowed the New Day to be on Being the Elite. They allowed the New Day.
The Elite.
They allowed the New Day to bring the Elite onto Up Up Down Down.
Mm-hmm.
They allowed them to do a joint thing together.
Mm-hmm.
Which my mind's still blown over that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wrestling's weird, man.
It is.
WWE seems to be SmackDown seems to be ready to install a 6-sided ring. Because apparently SmackDown is going to be the new TNA.
Yep. So we have, what is it, like Eric Young versus...
Yeah, Jeff Hardy.
Like, yeah, that one.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Like,
oh.
You know, we got mayoral candidate Kane is back.
Mm-hmm. The return of Team Hell No.
Yeah, we got Team Hell No back, which is like, meh, eh.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the way I see it, is the only way for them to get the belts off of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, but the thing is, you take the belts off of them, like, what do they do?
Right.
I mean, do you keep the belts on them until, like, War Machine comes up? I mean, War Raiders? My mistake.
Whatever they're called now.
Or do you wait until, like, a new team comes in that skips NXT? Because let's be honest, the Young Bucks, they would skip NXT.
Probably.
It would be a waste for WWE to put them in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega, a waste if they put him on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole, fine in NXT. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if him and the Undisputed Era get called up before the next Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be on Raw or SmackDown before Sami Zayn's back, most likely.
Right.
Because he's out of action with 2 torn rotator cuffs.
Yay!
Hoping to be back by Mania next year.
Yeah.
Ow.
Woof. That is a long time to be gone.
Oni Larkin is out indefinitely with a crushed orbital.
Shit.
Like, everybody's getting hurt now.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ass got released.
Mm-hmm. Thank fuck.
Promoters are already starting to try to get him and Real One booked on the same indie shows.
Yep.
It's like, come on. Like, seriously? It's...
Yeah.
And you heard why he got released, right?
What?
Why Cass got released?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Cass got released for obviously like the whole going into business for yourself thing. Didn't help him at all.
Right.
But
if it had anything to do with Carmella, apparently that was false.
That was 100% false. That was 100% false. Oh, we got new info on Shinsuke, so we'll get into that next.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, it's just let's do a quick search because I'm a professional.
We totally have these things ready beforehand.
Yeah,
because we know what we're going to talk about every single episode.
So yeah, his release, like some people speculate it was an incident with him and Carmella, which was 100% false. So part of it was his unwillingness to rehearse his promos, which upset Vince and Kevin Dunn.
Well then.
He did have a bit of backstage heat because of his political views, which that's a thing. And then apparently he also got thrown off when they were doing the European tour. He see if I give me the actual like order of things.
No.
Yeah, so Cass has voiced some frustration about creative differences over the past few months. So that was a thing. Also, there was a report that a fan sent to PW Insider about him arguing with a producer at a house show in Waco.
Oh, jeez.
After he spit in the front row. Cass was done.
Yeah.
Cass was fired during the pre-SmackDown meeting. But he was informed before that.
Right.
He was informed privately, and then Russ was told at the meeting. So, I mean, at least he didn't get released like his former tag partner did. But still, that's a thing. He got released, whatever. Hopefully he does better on the indies and gets his attitude in check. So, this week on SmackDown, Shinsuke Nakamura was nowhere to be seen. He was injured, which people thought was a work.
Dun dun dun.
But it wasn't a work. He was bit by a dog at a house show. So I just linked you the article that came out, and the police issue a statement about a bomb-sniffing dog that bit Shinsuke Nakamura.
Did he have a bomb on his body?
I don't know. Shinsuke Nakamura was supposed to wrestle on the June 26th SmackDown, but he was pulled due to an undescribed injury. Reports came out from Wrestling Observer and PWI that the injury was a dog bite, and the dog in question was a member of the Bakersfield, California Police Canine Unit. The extent of Nakamura's injuries still aren't known, so in addition to missing his planned U.S. title match against Jeff Hardy in Ontario, California last night, his availability to headline 2 house shows in his native Japan this weekend are up in the air. What is known is a little bit more about the incident via a statement from the Bakersfield Police Department, from which this is via Pro Wrestling Sheet. It doesn't mention Shinsuke by name, but it is referring to him. It gets his employment status wrong, but since no one's saying it's not about Shinsuke, we can take it by shedding some more light on what happened. On Monday, June 25th, 2018, officers of the Bakersfield Police Department Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team were conducting a protective sweep of the Rabobank Arena in preparation of the WWE Live SummerSlam Heatwave Tour. During the sweep, the EOD team, which consisted of an explosive detecting trained canine team and a bomb technician, entered an area of the arena where an employee of the World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, was present. The canine entered the room to sweep for the presence of any explosive material. As the sweep took place, the WWE employee was accidentally bit by the canine. The employee sustained an injury to his lower left leg. Medical aid was immediately summoned to the scene, and the employee was transported to a local area hospital for medical treatment.
Oh, good Lord.
So the employment status thing is them saying he's an employee because we all know that the wrestlers are independent contractors.
Right.
Because employees get benefits. So yeah, I mean, it sucks that it sucks that that's the case. Best of luck in recovering. Hopefully you don't miss your shows in Tokyo, June 29th and 30th. Because if he can't make those shows, there's no point of him traveling out there either.
Yeah.
Which means he gets to miss catching up with Toru Yano and Kazuchika Okada and Gato and all the Chaos Boys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And do you watch Netflix?
Not terribly, no.
Okay.
Not really.
Are you familiar with the show Glow?
Yes.
Haven't
watched it. Heard it.
Season 2 is supposed to debut, I believe, on the 29th.
Oh, nice. So a couple days.
Yeah.
From recording.
Yeah. So it's a really cool series. It's a kind of like a docudrama comedy thing. Because they changed some of the details, obviously, but
right.
It was a very good series, something I highly recommend you check out. It's a lot of fun, very awesome. I know I've been watching more Netflix as of late. It's the thing. But yeah, apparently some of the cast from Glow was on SmackDown this week. Becky Lynch recently talked the idea up again at Acme Comic-Con in Seattle of having a women's tag team division.
Yep. That'd be lovely.
Oh, it would be. she's been said she's been lobbying for belts, which would be defended across brands, including NXT. So basically, the women's tag titles would be on NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, and the champions would just go between those three, which I think is a really good idea. On the latest edition of SmackDown, WWE used some guest stars to potentially launch a new team, and that team is Naomi and Lana.
Interesting.
Yeah. Turns out the cast of Netflix Glow didn't have an issue with Naomi. They were actually big fans. So, what's more, Allison Brie bonded with Lana about playing a Russian heel. In the process, she not only helped the ravishing Russians' gradual face turn along, but also healed dance battle inflicted wounds between Lana and Naomi.
Oh my god!
I want women's tag titles. It needs to be a thing. It really, really needs to be a thing. There are so as we're recording this is the rumor roundup. Well, a couple rumors and stuff like that. So the apparent cancellation of the multi-man number one contenders match at Extreme Rules was simply a case of Vince changing his mind. That's Brian Alvarez, Wrestling Observer Live, said that. Ronda Rousey is expected to be announced as the second pre-order exclusive for WWE 2K19. So right now, if you pre-order WWE 2K19, no matter which version, you're getting Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So he's WWE bound like anytime now.
Oh, absolutely.
According to PWI, Dolph Ziggler's WWE contract is up later this summer. He has not signed a new deal.
Oh.
Pro Wrestling Street tracked down legal documents pertaining to a case where Alberto El Patron, formerly known as Alberto Del Rio, is being sued and countersuing over a 2016 fight in a Texas karaoke bar. Amazingly enough, this appears to be in addition to numerous other bar-related scandals we already knew El Patron was involved with around that time.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, and you remember Rich Swann?
Yes.
So Rich Swann has apparently been offered a contract by Impact.
Interesting.
Yep. I mean, his wife works for the promotion already. So there is that, but...
Yeah.
And they did bring him in to do some... I mean, he just... this past... Actually, as we're recording this, the June 28th episode of Impact Wrestling, Rich Swann is debuting. So,
well done.
Which is rather interesting.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he did that whole, like, if you gotta fire me, you gotta fire me thing. With WWE, which was a very classy move. But then he said he was retiring. And he's not really retired, is he?
Nope.
So, so have you followed any of what's been going on with Raw or SmackDown or any of that?
Nope.
Okay, so over the last couple weeks, actually was it last Monday? May have been last Monday, not this past, but the week before. Bailey beat the shit out of Sasha Banks backstage.
I did see a clip on that, or like something along those lines.
So apparently, like, they're doing that whole like Bailey Sasha thing again, which is like, all right, well, whatever, no big deal. But the funny part of this whole thing now is with Bailey in kayfabe, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
She's now been ordered to undergo anger management.
Oh, good lord!
Which is the same shtick that they used with Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got them together as Team Hell No. So I don't know. Maybe they'll have some lesser known female talent there and they'll bond.
Yeah, maybe.
Dr. Shelby is ready to counsel Sasha Banks and Bailey. The long-running storyline between Sasha and Bailey took a much-needed and pretty much universally praised step forward on June 25th when the huggers snapped. And as Booker T might say, beat the brakes off the boss. Some fans aren't enthusiastic, blah, blah, blah. Kurt Angle ordered both women to mandatory counseling in order to keep their jobs. So it's both of them.
Yawn.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just
it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a way for them to kind of reuse a storyline for these two. The best thing they could have done is from this is send Bailey to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But that isn't the case, so whatever.
Nope. Meh.
Eh. Other wrestling news that we've missed over the last month. The Young Bucks, IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Switchblade's still champion as well.
Mm-hmm.
The IWGP US Champion. He'll be defending against Juice Robinson.
Oh God.
And which reminds me that there was a thing that I wanted to share.
Mm-hmm.
We had played it when we were running tests this Sunday. So I'm going to actually get that queued up and play that right now. And this arguably is the weirdest fucking promo from the weirdest fucking person. To give a good promo, that's Juice Robinson.
What's that look like to you? What's that look like to you? I'm no doctor. Definitely not a doctor. But that's a broken metacarpal. That's what that is. That's a broken metacarpal. Okay, Jay, guess what? I got 206 bones, motherfucker. 206. I think. I might be wrong. Good thing I don't have Twitter so nobody can let me know. Yeah, 206 bones, you broke one. I still got 205. I know what you're doing. I never said you weren't smart. You're smart. And you're a badass. You know that's how I'm with my matches. I punch motherfuckers in the jaw, and then I hit them with Pulp Friction. Well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be hitting Pulp Friction anytime soon. After a left hand, anyways. Guess what, dumbass? I've rolled up Kenny Omega. I've rolled up Big Mike Elgin. I can roll a motherfucker up just like I can hit him with the left hand of God and hit him with Pulp Friction. You're smart, Jay, but your heart and your nuts, they're little small, shriveled up pieces of shit. I'm all heart and nuts. Heart in one, broken hand, nuts in the other, motherfucker. San Francisco? Whoo, San Francisco! I'm an American. That's an American belt. It's in America on America's birthday. You ain't an American. Kenny Omega, no offense, you're not an American too. You know who needs that belt? An American. Well, guess what? I'm next in line. I'm gonna be coming into San Francisco, red, white, and blue, sparklers shooting out of my nipples, and launching bald eagles out of my ass. That's right. Jay, I can fuck with you just like you fuck with me. All right? Yeah! Oh, Juicy's flamboyant and he wears rainbows and he hops around and acts like an asshole. Well, guess what? I like whooping motherfuckers' asses too. All right? You want me to grab a chair? You want me to grab a chair and start swinging it around? Huh? I'll see you in San Francisco. And you know what? I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, mata ashita, motherfucker. Mata asate, motherfucker. Mata shiasate, motherfucker. I'm gonna see you all over Japan before we step foot in San Francisco. And when we do, I am going to whoop your ass, and I will take that U.S. championship.
Juice Robinson, the person that should not have a microphone.
Nope.
Did they not remember what happened during the G1?
Clearly not. At least he didn't talk about going balls deep into hookers this time, so there's that.
He's just like, oh well, I'm gonna have myself a Sapporo and I'm gonna go balls deep in some of the into a few Asian women, and I'm like, what? And it's not like he didn't even say that backstage. Like he's leaving the ring, grabs a headset from the English announce team, and basically does that right into. And you're like, "What are you doing, Juice?
Yeah.
What in the fuck?" At least this time he was backstage. His hand looks broken as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I mean, it's just, goddamn it, Juice.
Yep.
I mean, you've come a long way. But yeah, I mean, it's come definitely a long way. But I don't think we can go much further past Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson's like fucking full stop.
Yeah.
So, anyway, anything you would like to add before we do wrap up?
Not that I can think of.
Well,
at this point in time.
Well, I'll say this much. It's great to have you back. It's great to be back.
Yes, it's very good to be back.
And I am very thankful we were able to do this episode for you all.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll be back next week. Next week's going to be a little weird because when we record, it'll be what, the 4th of July? Right?
Oh, I have the day off. We can start early.
Oh, I think I got a family thing.
Fuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But there'll be an episode next week. So
yes,
there's that. But anyway, thank you all for listening. If you do enjoy what we're doing, and you're watching the video archive on Twitch, drop a follow. We do appreciate that. If you've somehow found our YouTube channel, hit subscribe on that. Little notification bell gimmick thing. But it's first on Twitch. Or if you listen to us in the audio format, or if you just want this first, Radio Public, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, TuneIn, any of those fine services, you can catch Gimmick Bag. And we'll catch you guys next time. Oh, and Patreon. There's the Patreon if you guys want to support us. Awesome tiers. Hoping to bring more content to the network. And we can only do that with your help.
Yep.
So until next time, thank you all for listening. Thank you for downloading or going on Twitch or YouTube or any of that. You guys are amazing. You keep us going. I was almost said, and we'll see you in San Francisco. Fucking Juice Robinson. God damn it.
Damn it.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.